Huh?
Automatically save.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay, so we'll start our questions again.
Yeah.
Now we've got our Zoom figured out. This is a big learning.
Yes.
I think it's pretty neat though, actually, as we go through the program to be able to physically see each other.
Oh yeah, and
Especially with, I wonder how many are long distance. I know I'm not the only one that's not local, so I think that's pretty neat.
Oh yeah, it's really cool.
What has motivated you to return to school?
So I just graduated from their ADN program in July. Well, I graduated in May, but I had to retake the NCLEX prep class because I didn't pass my predictor. So I had to retake that. And then after that, I just decided I wanted to jump back in because I thought if I took a break, then I wouldn't want to get back into it, you know? And I want to do NP school as well. So my plan was just to jump straight in for my bachelor's and then maybe take like 6 months or a year off school to get a ton of experience before I go back to NP school. That's my plan.
We have a lot of our ICU nurses get accepted into NP programs. And the crazy thing is, actually, I'm pretty sure half of the state of Alabama is staffing Alaska. There's a travel agency that somehow connected with some Alabama nurses at our hospital. And, God, there's about 8 of them up there, nurse practitioners, and they are loving it.
Oh, wow.
So you have the possibilities are endless with that one.
Yeah, and I know you said earlier before we started recording that you were doing administration, so that's why you're going back, right?
Yeah. So I've chosen to go back because I went to ECPI Virginia Beach campus 7 years ago, and it was just, that's where I went. I really enjoyed it. It was a great program for me. But it was a lot easier to transition to just keep going. They're very structured, which I have found through all my experience to be a lot easier because it's already not an easy program. So any little help you can get, all the organization, the staff was always friendly and helpful. It definitely helps you breeze through the tough parts. And I'm still in contact with the majority of the girls and guys I went to school with.
Oh yeah, me too. I just graduated, but I still talk. Actually, one of my friends just called me today because she just found out she passed her NCLEX, so she's so happy.
Yeah, those are nerve-wracking days. I remember those days. We're actually getting ready to become a compact state, so I'm pretty excited about that. Alabama is not a compact state.
Oh, okay.
And where I'm located, I'm about 5 minutes from the Georgia border and about 15 minutes from Florida. Around Panama, I'm an hour and a half from Panama City. A lot of people know that area, so I'm curious to see how that's going to affect us.
Oh, that's so exciting, though.
It's neat. It will be neat. Now, while you're in your program, you went there for your ADN too. So what all are you expecting to learn from this program?
I'm hoping to learn more about the administration side because in our ADM program, we didn't see any of that. And then just more leadership skills. We had one leadership class, but it was only, I think it was 2 weeks or 3 weeks. That was it. So I really hope to learn more on that and do some more research. I'm really excited about the project that we do, how you have to do something at your place that you work. I think that would be really cool, especially to get experience. And also the hospital that I work for, they want all their new grads to do a project very similar to that. So I'm thinking of either I could do 2 completely different ones or, similar ones on the same topic.
Yeah, that's neat that your hospital has your new grads do that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're really invested in it.
Yeah, I just talked to one girl who started and she did her project on how the ED does not have seizure pads, like for patients that come in. So people were just using like towels and blankets and stuff. So she did her project on getting seizure pads for the ED and like how it would affect us. And now they have seizure pads in the ED. So
that's cool.
Yeah, some of the stuff can actually like really make an impact. So it makes you feel like you have a voice, which is nice for a new grad because we already feel so small.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not, I mean, we're a 235 bed facility. So, I mean, we're not small. We service a lot of the areas out around here, the rural areas. They'll fly in their patients and stuff, but we're also not anywhere near as large as a lot of the places in Virginia. Um,
Yeah.
so for me, it was neat to be able to do clinicals last time in the Virginia area and have all that experience with these larger facilities and then bring that back to where I'm at now. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
really neat. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I really hope to pigtail on my leadership that I already have and experienced and just make it even better. I'm pretty sure y'all are feeling the nursing shortage as bad as we are. It's rough. And
Yeah.
the hardest thing is to watch new crowd who come in full of ambition and, I became a nurse to help people,
Yeah.
and the overworking, the mandatory overtime, um, the major shortage, and
Yeah.
in our area particularly, we don't have a lot of psychiatric areas, and our hospital does not have a suicide area, a psych. We don't have anything of that,
Okay.
but we're limited, so we continually get a bunch of psych patients. And I watch a lot of nurses get burnt out. So I'm hoping that through this program, I hope to learn good leadership and how to push forward to be in those big office meetings to make a change.
Yeah.
Puppy, hey,
Oh gosh. Hi, Maverick. Hey.
hey, like what you doing, Mom?
Oh, geez. Okay, now he's pressing buttons. Matt. Jeez, he's way too big. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. He thinks he's a chihuahua.
Seriously though, and he's 80 pounds.
So I've got a 100-pound white German Shepherd, and he thinks he's the tiniest little baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh,
Like, Mom, I need love. You've been working too much.
I know. I know. I
Oh,
worked 2 nights in a row and then slept for a few hours today and then went to grab lunch. But now
yeah.
I'm starting on the assignments for the week.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. Night shift is no joke. No
Yeah.
joke. I like it though. I only went to day shift because we had a daughter and we don't have family around here, or I don't. And so I didn't feel comfortable just putting her anywhere. And
Oh,
plus, anywhere I go is like an hour drive. So
yeah.
it was like the best thing ever. I swapped over to days, and only on weekends. My entire week is free for me and her. And surprisingly, I actually really enjoy it. But that night shift I did for the first 6 years, and it's rough.
Oh, yeah.
It's really rough.
It's just different, but I really, really like working the nighttime. It's just hard for me to sleep during the day. I need to invest in some blackout curtains, and I think that would be a lot better for me.
Yes, yeah. My room is still jet black. I keep it black because any
Oh,
bit of light you're gonna see, and you're not gonna wake up, or you're not gonna be able to sleep.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Oh
what I've
yeah.
been struggling with. Unless I'm really, really tired, then I'll just knock out for a few hours.
It
Um,
gets better. It does. I pretty much always kept the routine, and then working the same days all the time, it gets your body better trained, I think.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, when you I know you said when you finish your BSN, you're focused on getting your NP, and
Yes.
so that's what your plans are
Uh-huh.
when we complete our program. Now, are you going to stay local, or you want to travel?
Well, my husband's also military, but he's about to get out and he wants to go back and finish residency. So
Hmm.
we have to, because he wants to switch his specialty to family practice. So we have to see where he can get accepted into residency. It's kind of one of those things where you make a profile and you have to match with somebody.
Yep.
So at this point, we're just willing to go wherever they're going to accept him. And so I'm just going to follow. And
And
um, yeah, so I really would like to do ECPI's um, NP program because they have a family nurse practitioner and they have very good passing rates. And I
hmm
already talked to the director, and she told me how the only time I would have to come back to Virginia Beach would be twice, 2 weekends out of the whole entire program, just to do some rotations with EVMS. And every
hmm
other rotation I can do in a different state with a nurse practitioner, like in the ED or whatever kind of floor I wanted to get my hours. So I thought that was really cool, like with how flexible they are.
yeah. Oh yeah. Very much so. Yeah, our mother-in-law, or my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, is still in Virginia Beach.
Oh, okay.
At the end of our program, I know there's something we have to go down there for. So I'm excited about that to see our friends, and we'll just stay with her. And so
Oh,
we
yeah.
got that worked out. I I just once I get my degree, I just plan on honing in my ability to become the best administrator I can be from my
Yeah.
level. And I'm really not sure about a master's at this point. I feel like it's something in the future I'm definitely going to go for, but at the moment, I just we got a lot on our plate.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
no, it's a lot. Yeah.
and I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the level I'm at. I don't want to be the CNO. I don't want to be the CEO. I'm
Yeah.
happy being the supervisor on the weekends,
Yeah.
trouble and running around. So it's
Yeah.
challenging every day. So I think I'm happy where I'm at. I just want that degree and experience in better administrative business, I guess. It's
Oh,
really,
yeah.
you know.
I'm hoping that we see a lot of the business side, and especially with like different and stuff, just so that way I can understand.
Hmm. I lost your video, your audio. There you
Oh,
go.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I feel like working in the ED, a lot of patients don't have health insurance, and I just don't understand it or like the struggles they go through. I'm hoping in these classes we'll actually learn more about the business side so that I can understand what they are going through. Um,
Hmm.
and hopefully, like that'll make me a better nurse.
There's a lot of dynamics that people don't see. I get being where I'm at, and I still work in the neuro unit as well. I don't want to lose my bedside care
Yeah.
ability, but coordinating with case management is a huge thing. That is a job I do not want. That is a very rough job.
Yeah.
And it's a very important job, but simple things that I have noticed, the way you chart, if you take the time with the 500,000 clicks we have to do on the computers and document that, Martha ain't eating very well and she can't lift her arms,
Yeah.
case management can use that, and the simple little things you do like that, I've noticed, have been what makes or breaks the decision that we can do to get insurance to pay for things, or to get. We got a unfortunate little guy right now. He's been with us for about 2 months in the ICU. He's got an oxic brain injury, and we're working on trying to get him a charity bed. But because nurses weren't documenting the level of severity that he's having to deal with every day, we're having to keep him longer to continue proper documentation. So I see the other side of it on administration, um,
Yeah.
what you don't do and how it hurts you, or what we need to do better. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited to get more into that side of it for sure.
Yeah.
And we're a
Yeah.
profit hospital.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a privately owned profit hospital. So everything we do is counting pennies.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Hmm.
Yes, see, we're the opposite, especially in the ED. Like we have a lot of people that don't have health insurance.
Hmm.
But I'm just glad they have somewhere to go. It's really sad that some of the patients, I was telling my husband earlier, like they genuinely want to like get off drugs and get, but they just don't have the money to do so. So they come to
Yep.
us. At least we can help them with something. It's like feeling a little rewarding.
Yep. We take anybody. We don't ever card for insurance or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we are privately owned, so we don't get government fund or anything such as that. Hold on one
Yeah.
second. All right. I kicked her bed by accident, so she didn't know what's going on.
Oh,
So this is my first time using Zoom. I'm looking at our questions. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't have experience with Zoom.
yeah.
A few of the other classes I've done, we had to log in the Zoom link at certain times and watch the lectures if we wanted to do them live. So I've done that a couple of times, but it wasn't really like we're setting it up.
Yeah.
I really kind of like it. We do
Oh,
this. We've got family everywhere, so we're always voice chatting, video chatting, so that
oh,
my daughter can see her
yeah.
granddad and her grandmom, and so I think it's pretty neat. It puts faces and personalities with the discussion board posts.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally agree. And it's funny because everyone in discussions like online sounds so different than when you get on and actually talk to somebody.
Yeah, now you'll be reading all mine differently. You're like, no, she's got that deep Southern Alabama twang.
Yes.
Yep,
Hell yeah.
yep. So it's really, it's neat. I really like it.
Yeah,
It's
usually
very,
I just watch the recordings like after a teacher posts it. I've never done it live with the instructor. I just always watch the recordings because usually I'm working when
yep.
they do it.
Yeah, you get, it's, I remind myself, I look at our stuff for the week, and I've got a pretty tight schedule on everything we do because I'm, doing the school full time. I've got personal health issues going on that I'm having to go to all these medical appointments for. I've got my daughter. We don't have childcare around here, so we have to like facilitate it. But so far, this is, I think, the fourth or fifth class in. I've managed to maintain it. So I feel like if we stay on that path, we'll be okay.
Good. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the juggle with working nights and sleeping during the day, but then still making time for school. I
Yeah.
just started a month ago. So it's just been a hard transition for me, but I've been doing really well so far. My first class was last term.
Mm.
I took the human growth and development. I did really well in that class. So now I'm taking the healthcare administration class and then this
Mhm.
class.
Uh,
It's
so
not,
you're doing it full time.
yes.
Oh, bless your soul. I'm just doing one class at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one
I
class
just
at a time.
because we were thinking about moving, I really wanted to have my bachelor's because I got worried that wherever we moved, there would be a lot of magnet hospitals, and I was scared I wouldn't get hired at some hospitals that I wanted to work at. So that's why I really wanted to have the bachelor's.
That's why I chose ECPI in the beginning. I'd come back from Japan, and we calculated it out. If I went through their program, I'd have just enough time with like 2 months to spare before I had to go back overseas.
Oh,
Mhm.
perfect.
So that's how I wound up at ECPI to begin with, because it's so fast paced. But
Yeah.
we wound up coming home instead, um, which we've enjoyed. It's funny here because I did my clinicals last time at Princess Anne, and they were
Oh,
a magnet hospital, and I worked in the ICU there, and it was really fun.
oh
And
yeah.
here, no one's ever heard of that. They're like, "What's a magnet hospital?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Well, you wouldn't have all these LPNs, you wouldn't have an
Yeah.
ADN nurse for long." So they just are mind blown that that's a thing. The ones that are from here and never, there's a lot of people
Yeah.
here that never really left home.
Yeah, and it's crazy because where I'm from in Maryland, a ton of the hospitals in Maryland are all magnet.
Mm.
So I originally, before I met my husband, I was planning on moving home back to Maryland to be with my family and work there. But I applied for all these different hospitals and couldn't get hired anywhere because all of them were magnet. They required a bachelor's. I told them, I was like, what if I'm in a bachelor's program? But they said, no, you have to already have a bachelor's.
Well, come here. Yep, we're the same. We're the same. I feel too, with us becoming a compact state and joining into that, that it's going to open the door for other nurses within that compact agreement to come here, which is going to make our positions a lot more competitive.
Uh-huh.
And what I don't want to happen is not have my bachelor's. Like you said, you couldn't find the jobs because of they wanted bachelor's and up. Well, our hospital is primarily, it's got a good mix. We've got LPNs, ADNs, and bachelors, and every now and then you'll have a sprinkle of maybe a master's degree. But typically, those are the ones that are getting ready to roll out into the nurse practitioners program and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's mainly associate's degrees and LPNs on the floors. So I want to make sure I'm ahead of the game. And when
Oh,
it becomes more competitive, I don't ever want to be passed over for a position.
yeah, no, definitely. That's how I feel, especially with moving, because I don't know where we'll be. So I want to make sure
Mhm.
that I have it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there's one other large hospital literally across the town. And I feel like it's always like a turf war. So right now that hospital just released this huge, $15,000 bonus. 30 people get hired in 30 days in September. So we're curious as to how this is going to affect us because, a lot of people are chasing money. I'm happy with where I'm at. I have an amazing boss. He's always been supportive,
Oh,
especially getting thrown into a leadership role rather quickly.
yeah.
God, I've been doing this role for about 4 years. as a fill-in and part-time. And then once I had my daughter, I became full-time. And I did nights first year, and now she's about to be 2 next month. I've been doing the day shift this past year.
Nice.
So, but you can't have bad leaders and bad coworkers. You got to have one or the other. And I like having great leadership that supports you and your decisions, because if you have that, I have found that I can make my work atmosphere better, my coworkers' attitudes better, because I have someone supporting my decisions.
Yeah.
And I've done it. I've done it in our unit. So, well, I
That's
wish you luck.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to reading some of your discussions.
Me too. It was nice talking to you. Maybe you guys will wind up down here. We've got a huge, what is he, Navy?
Yes.
Maybe. We've got a big, well, Panama City has a base. Pensacola, of course, has a base. There's a huge, Fort Rucker is a big Army base here, and we get a lot of military men.
Well, he's getting out of the Navy, and he's trying to finish residency on civilian side. That's
Yeah. We've got an osteopathic community college here too with physicians, and normally that pretty much locks you in over the residency. I think this one guy we're friends with, he's going to go to Mobile. Mobile takes a lot of residency, so you never know, you might wind up down in the South.
Yes, that would be great. It's a warm.
Oh, it's about probably 100 degrees outside. We don't have much of a winter.
Oh. All right. Well, it was so nice meeting you. Thanks.
It's nice to meet you too. Good luck. I'll see you in discussions.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.